Welcome back, Viking Nation. We are here today with a brand new segment. I'm here one-on-one with AJ Altobelli in anticipation for Friday's home state game versus Donovan Catholic. Thanks for taking the time to meet with us. How you feeling?
Feel great. Thanks for having me.
Happy to have you, man. I mean, it's been an absolute pleasure watching you all throughout your career. And so, we're going to start off back at the basics, back at the beginning of your career. Where does your passion for basketball come from?
You know, that's a great question. I think I just started playing basketball ever since I've been super young, and from there I started to excel at it. And then, really, from a young age, maybe middle school, maybe even younger, I just grew a love for it. I love the game. I love winning, and I thought I was good at it, and I really thought I could chase my dreams with it. So, ever since a young age, really, I just started chasing my dreams for basketball, and here I am today.
100%. And I mean, so we'll start at the very beginning of your high school career. Freshman year, it's not exactly on par with the rest of them. You win 4 games. What's your mentality going maybe in and out of that season?
Yeah, I mean, that season was a wake-up call to say the least. You know, my entire life I was like used to winning and doing pretty well for myself, and then to come into high school, which is like a pivotal moment in your life, especially as a freshman, and kind of just deal with an obstacle right away was something like I had to overcome pretty quick and learn how to handle adversity as like a young man now. So I think there's the mentality coming after that season was like, what are we going to do differently? Like me as a player, I think the coaches looked and reflected on themselves and just kind of like we got to turn the ship around quickly because we don't want 4 years to go like that. So.
And I mean, you know what? That absolutely happened. Sophomore year, major swing. What are some of the key takeaways that changed that?
Yeah, I think just like we had a couple guys who were still in that locker room from that freshman year who kind of had that sour taste in their mouth and were like, we're not letting this happen again. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever happens, we're not going to go out like that. We're not getting embarrassed like that. So I think the mentality just completely switched. Our coaching staff just completely just stopped letting anything happen. Like any the nonsense that we were doing in practice or anything, just cut that all out. And then we bring in some great pieces. You bring in Yao, you bring in FK, you bring in Chim, you bring in Keyshawn, you bring in 4 guys who are playing at the collegiate level, 2 of them now, 2 guys who are going to play at the collegiate level. And we just had great talent across the board, and we just meshed, and it was just history from there.
History is right. I mean, you guys won states that year, 38-35, an absolute battle. Does that affect your game mentally? Does it give you a different kind of swagger? It's like, hey, I can win at the highest level.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you come after that, you win a state championship. The next year, it's like, we're the guys now. Like, who's going to be like, no one can mess with us. Who's going to beat us now? And just the confidence from one year being probably the least confident team in the state to being the most confident team in the state. It reflected my junior year, and then that junior year, we only lost 4 games, had like a program record with wins, so I definitely think we had like a swagger from winning that game.
Oh yeah, and I mean that junior year is one to remember. You win the counties for the first time. You should go in for maybe the first time in decades, not as the underdog, as the favorites going in there, and you prove why you won the states the last year.
Yep.
Talk to me about your junior season, how that really impacts your high school career as a whole.
No, it was a super influential season for me, I think, for sure, because I was kind of as like an upperclassman now, junior. You know, you got to just kind of take the ropes and kind of handle the team. And that was what coaches told me. So I was just kind of ready to take like a bigger role, you know, do a little more for the team, be like an older figure who has that experience now, winning state championships and kind of teaching guys the other ropes, the younger guys now, and being just more like a veteran almost on the team now, which was crazy. And that year again, we brought on some great pieces again, we meshed again, and we still had some guys from the state championship team, and that swagger was still in everyone's bones, and everyone else just like had that too on our team. And from there, that year really just it was great. I mean, you saw we won counties, won conference. It was a huge year for me for sure. It proved that it wasn't just a one-time thing. It was like we're consistently a good team and a winning team.
Right. I mean, you guys are the only class to have both conference, county, and state.
Yeah.
All 3 of those is absolutely impressive. And so, your senior season, you break a lot of milestones. 1,000 points, 500 assists. You're the only player in Union Catholic history to do so. What does that mean to you personally to be the sole figure in that history book?
No, I mean, it's just a great honor. I think it's just like, it just shows the dedication to my craft and stuff and how hard I really work, like behind the scenes, to put on a show on this court and going away courts and winning games. Like, some people think it's just luck and stuff, but it's really just a lot of behind the scenes work that I've been doing with my coaches and trainers and my teammates off the court. So I'm just grateful that I was able to achieve those things. I'm glad to do it here at UC.
Of course. And as you leave UC, What does the future of AJ Altobelli look like as you look to continue your basketball career, and even outside of basketball? Where do you see yourself over the next 5-10 years?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm playing basketball at the collegiate level, the highest level, hopefully Division I. I think I have the talent to do so, and I'm hoping that everything just goes the way it should. And after this, you can see me playing basketball at the college level. And after that, whether it's playing overseas or getting a job in the work, or just like any type of finance job or something, working, maybe coaching in the future, I'm cool with that too. But I think definitely probably 5 to 10 years down the line, I'm still going to be doing stuff with basketball, that's for sure.
100%. And throughout all of this, you've had Coach Regan there by your side to guide you, the coaching staff. What can you say about them?
I mean, they're the best coaching staff in the state, When I first got here, even before I got here, 8th grade, I knew just like our relationship was going to be special. The way he talked to me like I was not like an 8th grader or an incoming freshman. He talked to me like I was a senior and someone he's knew for a long time. So I knew the respect he had for me, and I tried to give back that same respect and give my effort on the court to prove that he took a chance on a kid, and that chance was going to be worth it and stuff. So to this day, I think our bond is special, and I think in the future it's only going to continue to be special, and he'll be a guy that I remember throughout my entire lifetime.
Of course, I mean, throughout your entire life, you're going to have these memories. Do you have a favorite memory from being here at Union Catholic?
I mean, from basketball, there's so many, from winning the counties to winning the states, but I think there's probably no better feeling than Keyshawn Winchester throwing the ball up, winning states, rushing into the crowd, celebrating with our friends, and just the tears of joy after that game was just something I'll probably never forget ever in my life. Just to go from the one season, which was a total disaster, to the most magical season ever. It feels like a story, like a Cinderella story, and it was just great to be a part of.
Totally. And I mean, outside of basketball, do you have a favorite memory of being a student here?
That's a good question. You got me stumped on that one. I gotta think about that one. Outside. I would say like being a student here, just like the pep rallies are always super cool and stuff. You get to go here, celebrate all the sports, have a good time with the kids who don't even play basketball. They come in here, put on a show, you get to laugh and giggle, and you kind of just like get represented for your sport and acknowledged for your sport. So I always think that's something super cool that our school always does.
Right. I mean, yeah, I love the pep rallies. I mean, I do broadcasting. Yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah.
Absolutely fun. And so now I want to change the focus a little bit to the game. Donovan Catholic Friday. Coach Regan said you take it one game at a time. He's only focused on the one game you have, Donovan Catholic. What's going to be the keys to winning in states this year? Because you got really a similar path to your 2022-23 campaign.
Very, very similar path, if not like almost identical. I think just using our experience, like we said, we got a lot of seniors on this team, a lot of guys who've been through the journey and stuff, so just using our knowledge and spreading it to the young kids and stuff and kind of just setting the tone. Like the seniors have to set the tone. So I think just sticking to our game plan every time, playing together, doing the little stuff, and just using our age to our advantage and stuff, and I think we can take care of business one game at a time and prepare as we win and stuff.
Totally. I mean, it's a bit of... Coach Regan called it deja vu because ain't that something. But yeah, he said, I mean, you're going in as the 5 seed, and I mean, an absolutely grueling. I mean, St. Peter's Prep is in the South now. It is going to be a very hard path to the states. Do you believe you have the potential to win it all?
Oh, for sure. I mean, regardless of our record and stuff, I mean, we have the talent. We've got guys who've been there. We've got transfers now. I think we have all the talent in the world, and it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of if we're going to show it or not. I think we really, really could.
Right. I think that this has been a very special career for you. Very special career for Union Catholic as a whole. And I mean, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you here. As a player, as a student, as a person. And so, thank you so much for coming on. We are going to see you at the Donovan Catholic game, so stay tuned.